The ongoing debate over seed oils is riddled with conflicting claims, misinformation, and a lack of conclusive long-term research. While some argue that these oils are unfairly demonized, the reality is that concerns about their health effects remain unresolved. Industrially processed oils extracted from seeds such as canola, soybean, and sunflower are now found in nearly every processed food, and their widespread consumption coincides with a rise in chronic diseases, including obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Whether this is a direct cause and effect relationship or a matter of correlation remains unclear, but dismissing potential risks outright is both premature and irresponsible. One of the primary concerns is the heavy processing involved in extracting these oils. Unlike extra virgin olive oil, which is minimally processed, seed oils typically undergo chemical extraction using solvents like hexane, a substance linked to neurological damage in workers exposed to high levels. The FDA does not monitor hexane residues in the final product, meaning consumers have no way of knowing what they are ingesting. While some experts insist that trace amounts are harmless, the lack of regulation raises valid concerns. Additionally, the refining process strips these oils of natural antioxidants, making them more prone to oxidation and rancidity, which could lead to the formation of harmful compounds. Another major point of contention is the high omega-6 content in seed oils. Though omega-6 fatty acids are essential, modern diets now contain them in vastly greater proportions compared to omega-3s, creating an imbalance that some researchers suspect contributes to chronic inflammation. Studies in mice have shown that excessive omega-6 intake can trigger inflammatory responses, yet human research remains inconclusive. Proponents of seed oils argue that omega-6 does not inherently cause harm, but this position overlooks the potential risks associated with the extreme dietary shift toward these fats over the past few decades. Critics point out that inflammation is a known precursor to numerous diseases, and the modern Western diet, high in processed foods laden with seed oils, may be fueling widespread health issues. Cooking with seed oils introduces additional risks. Many of these oils have low oxidative stability, meaning they break down under heat, forming toxic byproducts linked to cell damage and disease. The problem is amplified in restaurant frying vats, where the same oil is used repeatedly, leading to the accumulation of harmful compounds. While major fast food chains may have safeguards in place, smaller restaurants and home cooking practices often lack such precautions. The fact that oxidation and rancidity in seed oils are acknowledged as potential issues, yet dismissed as insignificant due to a lack of comprehensive studies, is a glaring red flag. Defenders of seed oils argue that they are healthier than alternatives like butter or lard. However, this reasoning assumes a false dichotomy. Just because butter has saturated fat does not automatically make seed oils a superior choice. The American Heart Association suggests limiting omega-6 intake to 5 to 10% of daily calories, but critics argue that this range is already too high given how prevalent these oils have become in the food supply. The push to dismiss concerns about seed oils as fearmongering fails to acknowledge that the long-term effects of their widespread consumption remain poorly understood. Nutrition science is complex, and it is dangerously simplistic to claim that seed oils are either entirely beneficial or entirely harmful. Given the growing body of research raising questions about their safety, a more cautious approach is warranted. Instead of blindly defending their use, regulators and health experts should prioritize transparency, further research, and more balanced dietary recommendations that do not rely so heavily on one controversial ingredient. Until then, consumers should remain skeptical and consider reducing their reliance on these heavily processed oils in favor of more natural, time-tested alternatives.